friends, welcome back to my channel. Here's going to be a quick video showing you how I print, prepare, and teach the News2You curriculum. Right now I have 3 students that are using the more basic version of it, so let's get into it. I have it bookmarked because I'm in here every day. I use the unique learning system, News2You, and L3 skill games. So, sorry, I'm clanking around on my table. This one, you can have extra articles, so sometimes if we just have a spare moment of time, I'll see if there's anything interesting. So like Komodo dragons hatch, the kids would like that. New discoveries in Egypt, the kids would like that. So every week there's usually a news, a sports, or an entertainment. The entertainment ones usually aren't very interesting for the kids, but like a rescue dog, yes. A lot of it's like musicians and like famous people that my kids don't know. So we mostly stick to the world news and occasionally the sports news, but generally just the world news. If you're back in News2You, current issue is what I'm using for like my main News2You board. We did Hispanic Heritage Month last week. This week we're doing NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission. If you want to make it a PDF, you can go to More and download the PDF. I usually do that when I'm printing and preparing it. If I'm teaching it, you can go over here.
News2You, September 18th, 2023. NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission. A spacecraft should fly by Earth soon. The spacecraft is part of the OSIRIS-REx mission. OSIRIS-REx is a NASA mission.
With my students right now, we just listen to it, but when I've had higher level students, we'll take turns reading. We always click the buttons on the bottom to learn more. Generally, it'll take you to the screen and I'll talk about it and show them extra pictures. And then sometimes there's videos on the bottom. So we'll go through all of these, listening to it, talking about different things. There's lots of space related ones, so it comes up pretty often. You know, we talk about what planet we live on, what state we live in, because that's something we still are working on. Like there's a video, generally it's a YouTube one. And then there's our recipe for the week. So I have that printed. We'll laminate it and then we'll make it either tomorrow or Friday. We love the jokes. Knock, knock. Who's there? Utah. Utah who? Did you talk to the scientist? Ha 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 ha. So funny. And then choose the pictures that are about it.
Asteroid. Learn. Capsule.
So we'll take turns with this. There's always 3 right ones and 1 wrong one. We do this all digitally. And then some years I've done the paper forms of this, but right now with my 3, we just do the digital. And this is the basic version. So like spacecraft, 3 across would be spacecraft. We don't do this page this year. This is a Sudoku game. Don't use it this year, but I have in the past. We'll just verbally talk about those questions. And now these are the vocab that I would display up here, but I like the one that has the definition. And so you can find that in the activities page actually. And then this is if you're doing the paper version, there's the pictures that would go with it. So, when you're in this current issue, I'm usually on the regular, but in the past I've been on higher, or I have done simplified if I want the kids to be reading it. Advanced is basically just more words and more content. And then down here on the bottom, I think this gets missed a lot. There's an extension activity too. And it just talks more about whatever the article is for that week, more video, more content. Depending on the week, sometimes we get it and sometimes we don't. So I try, right there, that's the unique learning system recipe. So right here, I'll have the craft, the recipe, and the science experiment. I try to do the craft and the experiment together in one day and the recipe on a different day. And I'll also spend an entire day, you know, talking about it and introducing it. And then there's 2 extra days where we'll do extension activity, or we'll finish up our activity pages if we haven't gotten to it. And I'm going to show you that next. So we were in the current issues. That's where our main article is. Breaking news is those extra small stories. Activities are these pages that you can download. So first of all, make sure you're on the right one. Download everything. That's what I do. It just makes my life a lot easier. The pages for these are always the same all the way down until you get to the recipe. And then sometimes the recipe or the craft are more pages, so you can't just, you know, print always page 54 and that's enough, because sometimes there's more words and sometimes there's less. I actually use a printing guide for this. So me personally, this is the pages that I'm using this year, mostly an independent work task. I mean, I'm there to help read, but they can generally do these pages on their own. In the past, I've had different groups, so I'll have different page numbers, but right now, every single week, these are the pages I need for the activities. Keep them over here. Kids know where to find them. Each kid gets a clip with their name on it, and then that's their stuff. And it just always is in here. We haven't done the recipe yet this week, so that's why this is still in here. But I always send the kids home with this. So when their parents like, what did you do at school today? And they say nothing, the parent pulls this out of the folder and is like, whoa, you made a smoothie today. And then something else, right here on the activity page, that's the vocabulary. So on the activity pages, I print the vocabulary in color. The activities page has some of the stuff that goes with the smoothie, but the recipe itself is actually in with the activities. I'll print these if I need the cards. So like I don't have a picture of Greek yogurt, so I printed it for the week. I think I have an oatmeal, and I think I have a banana, and I think I have an apple, but I don't have the Greek yogurt. I store mine in things like right here. So the top one is some alphabet, and some of it's like utensils and ingredients, and the bottom is just the rest of the alphabet too. Then here's the science page. So the vocabulary, the craft, the science, and the recipe, I print it on color, and I'll laminate the pages I know that I'm gonna save for later. So like while building a lantern is gonna be fun this week, I don't think I'll ever do it again unless News2You tells me, because this is just not something I have time for. And so mostly it looks like just like a STEM activity basically. So we're gonna do that sometime this week. And then, you know, there's a little discussion. They've got data sheets. That's always fun. And then this looks fun too. This one I definitely was excited about, and I color printed and laminated it because this will be fun and I can do it besides just this week. And it's really easy. Baking soda and glitter, water, and that's it. I also try to theme my books to go with the News2You if it's not a holiday week. So we've got our space books here. So then, as I said, we've got our color printed laminated for our space rocks. We've got our pictures for our vocabulary words that we need. This is for the space rock. That's this is something else. That's my writing board. Here's our vocabulary. If it is one I'm keeping, I have a binder for the crafts, a binder for the science experiment, and then a binder for the recipes, just in case I want to pull it out and do it again another time. I like to put the 4 main vocabulary words right here in the middle. I like them on push pins because then I can take them off and switch them up and show them to the kids and walk around the room with them, take them to art class with me if I want to. You know, it's very versatile. And then when I'm done with them, I can just stick it into this corkboard strip. I don't have to be ruining my bulletin board paper. So before, after, and then right here, the rest of my food vocabulary words. We haven't done the vegetable one yet. That's why it's still up there. And then there's the craft. Here's the science. Our recipe words. So then this is what the board looks like for the week. Recipe, craft, science, and then that's the ULS recipe that we haven't gotten to yet. And then, again, the nice thing about this is I can take the vocab words off as we're making it. And then if we're, you know, eating our ice, and we're like, okay, who's got the ice? Okay, who wants to push the blender? And this changes every week. I'm not going to post the videos or the pictures from this because we haven't done it yet. But if you do want to see any of this, I generally post on my Instagram.